All right. Well, good morning, everybody. And today we have an incredible training. I'm super excited. Before we get started, I wanted to just do a couple announcements. So tonight we have our champion success profile. It's at 6:15 Pacific Standard Time. And anybody who was at Epic who has Keto Academy and more tickets, they must be registered by tomorrow. So do not forget if you haven't done that. Who has been in the Pulse app and seen that Holy Grail is available, you guys? So that flavor is absolutely incredible. And I wanted to kind of give a couple tips on some ideas for how you can get that out there. So first and foremost, especially if you're new to Pruvit or you're new to network marketing, do not post the flyer. That's the last thing that we want to do. If you have people on your team and you've seen them post the flyer, please help them to formulate a better post, because posting a flyer just from the Pulse app and slapping it up on your Facebook is just way too salesy, and nobody is going to be interested in any type of advertisement like that. So here's some ideas of how you can get it out there. Personally, I think that it tastes like a vanilla-y orange with like a vanilla-y citrus, but that's my own take on it. So do get into your customers' inbox. So anybody who's a customer, you can start working those people today and saying, hey, I just wanted to let you know we have a new flavor out. Are you interested in learning more about getting this on order? You can also offer to just pre-sell them, 5 or 10 days, and you can get those orders put in. So reaching out to people, also reaching out to people that you have that have been on the fence about joining and doing the same thing. Hey, oh my gosh, I just, come with excitement. I would definitely recommend using your voice. We just released a brand new flavor. It tastes incredible. Wanted to know if you wanted to secure a 5 or 10 day, and then have them PayPal or Cash App you. So those are just a couple ways that you can get the information out there. Also, you can take a picture of yourself with the Holy Grail. You can kind of crop the Holy Grail out of the Pulse app picture, throw it in with something else. Just make it more customizable, so that it's not just a flyer being thrown up there. So with that being said, let me make sure that I got everything. Okay, also, I just wanted to do a shout out. Let's do some shout outs for everybody who has already, that you already know on your team, that has already got tickets to Keto Academy and more, and who has already committed that they are going. So let's see their names in the chats. Ruth, Renee Grosso, Amanda, Jessica Burns, Pam Winkler, Ryan Arnold. Wow, this is going fast. Brandy Gebhart, Alexa Lyman, Becky Hatton, Joy Russell, Mick Carrier, Caitlin, oh my gosh, my eyes are like, Amy Gum. You guys, incredible. Please get to Keto Academy and more. It is going to be absolutely life-changing. Des Resitar, Jennifer Hill, your first event, Miss Mandy, yay, that's so awesome. You're going to walk away completely transformed, and we know, because we've pulled the numbers here at Pruvit, that people who commit to an event, their business grows over 100 times. So it is definitely worth every amount of investment. Okay, well, with that being said, you guys, I'm super, super excited for today's training. I think that it is definitely foundational, and I know for a fact that the beautiful Miss Katie Rollins is a boss at social media. She is a boss at what she does. She has no excuses. She always shows up and learns. Super blessed to have her in my life. And I'm really excited for you guys to get this foundational training that we have adopted here and Pruvit as the playbook. This is the play that every team is teaching. This is the play that everybody in the company is learning, is from this right here. So Katie, where are you at, girlfriend? Let me do a little scroll.
I can unmute.
Oh, yay. Okay. Well,
Hi.
Katie, take it over, girlfriend. I know you got some good, juicy training for us today.
I do. I am excited for today. Ooh, my laptop's making all sorts of fun noises. So, all right. So, I have a question for everyone, and this is going to be like, I've got a big, big request here. I really can give you so much more value than you even can imagine when I'm getting a lot of interaction, when I can see your faces, when I can see if you're confused or if you're getting it. So feel free to just like exaggerate almost in your response in the chat thread today, for the reason because I also think it helps other people feel more comfortable to be like, okay, cool, like we're here having a conversation. The last thing in the entire world that I want you guys to feel like is I'm just telling you what to do and this is what you do, this is what you don't do. Like that's going to be the opposite of what today is. Today's kind of going to be like a table chat with my family, okay? And we're going to have a conversation today about social media. So I would love to hear from you guys starting off in the thread before we get into everything. Can you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 5 where you fall in your comfort level on how to use social media to build a business? 1 being, what is Facebook? I don't even know what you mean. And 5 being like, I love that people are going with 8s. Anna, you're the bomb. I'm going to hand this over to you. But okay, good. We've got 6s, we've got 5. So we've got 4.5, a lot of people that are up there. And then I'm seeing some 3s like in the middle, some 2s, some 1s. Okay. So we've got majority of people that are feeling like they're pretty comfortable. You know, they're no pros by any means. However, there's room for improvement. And then we've got some people who are right beside me and like, I got this. I love it. I love building a business on social media. I love showing up on social media. So let me ask that question because that's my second question. How many people in general love social media? You love Facebook, you love Instagram, you love Snapchat, you love the Twitter, you love all the things where you can just plug in, you're nosy, you want to know what everyone's up to, you're curious what your ex-boyfriend's new wife looks like you use it for everything. Love it. Sylvia, if you don't mind muting everyone where they can't unmute and then just unmute me super quick. Love it. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. All right, sorry for that delay there. Okay, so here is the deal. Social media, guys, is probably like, if you want to look at it this way, it's literally this like magical tool that if you figure out how to get super comfortable with it and you figure out that it is going to be something that you will always have in your back pocket regarding business growth. As soon as you realize that, you can start to unlock an entire portion of business that you didn't even know possible, even those of you that are already really comfortable with it, okay? And so what we're gonna do, my outcome for this social media 101 training that we're gonna do, it's gonna be a 2-part series. I'm gonna come back tomorrow with really more of like the actual tools and application of different things that we're gonna talk about today. The outcomes for the social media 101 training are gonna be 2-part. Today, we're going to establish the foundation, okay? So imagine that you're building a business. You're building something strong. You're building not just a figurative business, but like brick and mortar business. Like you got to have a strong foundation and you got to know where you're starting from. And you kind of have to have some intent and some outcomes set. So that's what we're going to work on today. And then tomorrow, we're going to come back and I'm going to give you some rock solid tools that you'll be able to apply in your social media building to build your business. So let me ask a quick question. Is it showing me as the speaker on this? Okay, perfect. My Zoom's acting amazing right now. All right, so today for the part 1 series, these are my outcomes for you. Like I said, we are going to provide a foundation for building your business on social media. And because we have so many people that already feel really comfortable with social media, we're going to kind of do a refresh here. We're going to apply something called the self-audit. We're going to do something that I think is really important that we can all be doing within our business, specifically on social media, as often as you can think to do it, being real intentional about it, because sometimes we stray. Sometimes we kind of fall out of what we know that works. We start going into what's convenient, or we start noticing there's certain things people respond really well to, so you stop doing the other foundational things. So we're going to talk about those today. And then we are going to establish ownership, okay, of consistency on social media. We're making that claim today because I have a question for everyone here who uses social media to build your business. Did you start using social media to build your business, and by week 1, you were getting 50 likes, you were getting 100 likes, you were getting 75 comments? No, hell no. Nope, no, 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 no. All right. I absolutely love, I don't know if it was, I don't remember if Kendra did the share on one of these calls. I think she did, where she showed her progression of like 2013, 2014, 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, what that looks like in engagement. I'm going to tell you, social media building is incredible, but there will be, you have to understand the consistency, and you got to understand the patience, and you got to understand that like the planting of the bamboo seed, like you're going to plant it and it's going to feel like it's sitting in the dark for 18 years before one day it just pops up and starts spouting. When I first started on social media, I had, let me see, I had social media before we had our kid because we moved around a lot, and I gained like 80 pounds, and then I had a baby, and then I was also really sad and depressed, and I had no friends because we had just moved somewhere. And I decided one day when I was just crazy that I was going to unfriend all of my Facebook friends, everyone except for immediate family. So I literally unfriended every single person, and then I'm not even joking, like within the same month, network marketing fell into my life. And I'm like, oh, cool. Well, yeah, of course I can do this. But then I realized, crap, I have no one that I'm friends with now on Facebook. And I just moved to a town where I don't even know a single soul that exists. What am I going to do? So I figured out social media was probably going to be the easiest way to build it, but it was going to take some rebuild. But so there was a period of about 2 years where the only likes I got on my posts, and these were likes with pictures of babies, guys, like adorable fat little babies. The only likes I ever got were from my mom and my aunt, and from like my next door neighbor and my friend Jen from high school that I finally was able to track down on Facebook. Like it was a consistent, I'd say about a 2-year period before I started to actually see that there were other people that were starting to see the things I was putting on social media. And I'm going to tell you, that was with posting every single day. Okay. So where I'm telling you that like you can do incredible, amazing things here. And truthfully, social media, I think, is the most powerful way to connect and reach the most amount of people in the shortest amount of time. It's still just going to take some showing up. Okay. So consistency is going to be the name of the game here. And then the self-audit, which we're going to circle back around at the end, the self-audit is going to be probably one of the most important components to this. I have a question. How many people here are aware that Pruvit is a outcome-oriented company? We do not stop until we meet our outcomes, okay? So there is something I realized that I didn't know I had been doing consistently, but until I joined Pruvit, and then I just kept hearing that word, what's the outcome? What's the outcome? What's the outcome? What's the outcome? I want you to understand that, again, if you're going to build on social media, when you open up your phone and you're ready, we're going to dive into some good stuff here in a minute. When you open up your phone and you're ready to start talking on social media about something, you kind of have to have an outcome. Because how many times do you scroll and you could tell people are just kind of going on there and just ramble city, or they're not really like, there's nothing that they're trying to accomplish. They're just kind of posting like anything, and it doesn't really give you any value. It doesn't give you any relatability to who that person is, right? So what we want to do, if we're going to start building on social media, utilizing some of the cool tools I'm going to give you here in a minute, we want to know that we have an outcome for it. So I'm curious what your outcome can be based off of some of the stuff I've already shared. What can be your outcome for for utilizing social media for a business? What do you think some of the outcomes will be if you want to engage? To serve, I like that, Mandy. Growing a community, love it. More engagement, making connections, providing value, making an impact, connecting with your future team, helping people, add value, building others, expanding your network, building relationships, share your passion. I'm going to tell you right now, I am so freaking happy because no one said, so I can sell ketones. Because you guys, like, you've already got it. Okay. Understand everything that we're sharing here. This is the blueprint of how you show up on social media, because the byproduct of keeping it with what you're sharing right now is you're going to start selling ketones. Like, it's the natural byproduct of when you're sharing yourself, you're building authentic connections, you're creating value for other people, you're falling within the trifecta of the very easy things that you can start doing to make sure that you're always aligned with your outcome. And we're going to get into all that right now, but you guys already have it. So I just want to tell you, first and foremost, like, you figured out the easy part, okay? Because the rest of this is just stuff. It's like anything else. Like, there was a point when you didn't know long division. Maybe you learned it and you don't remember it anymore, like me. But there was a period where you actually didn't know something and then you mastered it because you took time, you sat down, you continued to implement. So social media is a lot like that as well. So now that we kind of got like the foundational stuff out of the way, I'm going to give you some really, really great simple things that are going to help us start off. And not just that, I want you to also know that as you're listening and as you're taking your notes and as you're learning this, you're going to retain this. And this is so easy because you can start living it through your Facebook or Instagram or whatever platform you use. You can start living it, and you can be an actual living, walking, talking training tool for your team. Okay, you can start to lead by example what your team will want to know how to do on social media. They'll have these recordings, they'll have a playbook that's going to get sent out from Pruvit. But ultimately, like, when we get it, it makes it really easy because you can kind of become the North Star for the people in your team when they're trying to figure out what the hell to do on Facebook or Instagram as well. So let me see here. I believe we've gotten that. So I want to start off by telling you just the flat out, okay? Using social media for a business, you have super simple, like, this is the rule to follow, okay? Anything that you're going to put on Facebook or Instagram is going to fall, or Instagram stories, Facebook stories, whatever, it's going to fall within these categories of what you're going to do, okay? You're always going to have an outcome. So when you post, you want to provide, it's 3 or 4 things. We're going to see what happens. I didn't take notes for that part because I just know it. You're going to be providing value. You're going to be entertaining. You're going to be educating, or you're going to be inspiring. Okay? If you're staying within value, entertaining, educating, and inspiring, you cannot screw this up. Just telling you flat out. You're going to get some tricks and tools here that's going to keep you streamlined and keep you focused. But if you start going outside of there, understand that once you know this, you can never not know this anymore. Okay, so this comes into our adult, like, we've got to take ownership. When you're learning some of the things, like when Sylvia just told us in the beginning, hey, Holy Grail is here. Hey, do not post that flyer. If you post the flyer, you have no longer given permission over, or you've handed over basically your right to complain that people aren't buying ketones from you when you use social media. Okay, so if you fall within the giving value, educating, inspiring, or the other one, value, yeah, you already got it. Thank you. Then you're good here. So let's start off with Facebook. We'll start off with Facebook and Instagram. I'm kind of going to cover both here. Nothing's really too differentiating between the two, other than I just have found that I think Instagram's a little bit more friendly for our industry right now, as opposed to your personal Facebook. But in general, on Facebook, on Instagram, you want people, for one, to be able to search for you and actually recognize who you are. So we would start off with our profile picture, okay? How many people, I'm just curious, how many people on this call have their face as their profile picture? Not the whole family, it's you. Good. How many people maybe have a picture of a flower or a dog or something that's not you? This isn't to out ya, but this is just to say, like, okay, good. We've got face, we've got whole body's cool too, Amanda. But what's really important, I think, is honestly, is for someone to be able to go put in your name and scroll and see who you are. And not just that, it's not like dark. It's not like it looks like an ultrasound picture of you. It's literally your face. Like, you can see it and you're smiling, you're happy. I mean, you feel free if you're like feeling yourself and you're kind of like, smizing, that's fine too. But ultimately you want it to be you so people can recognize you. So this is going to fall into your cover photo as well. Okay. Your cover photo, which is that kind of banner that goes behind your main profile picture. You want to make sure that's something that ties to you. So it could be a picture of your family. It could be a picture of your favorite vacation spot. Maybe you were there. It can be something that's going to tie into like your world, but something it won't be is a Pruvit banner. Something it won't be is packet of ketones. I'm even going to go so far. I saw someone say that they shared their profile picture was them holding a shaker. I would take another picture. Have it be you. Here's the reason why. Because when people show up on social media, I'm going to tell you right now, when they sign on, they do not sign on with their credit card in their hand. They don't want to feel like they're going to come across someone that's going to sell something to them. So when someone's scrolling on the newsfeed and you pop up and they do that quick hover, because there's that hover thing that you can do on Facebook, they just go over your name and that quick snapshot of your profile is going to pop up. If they see a product, if they see it looks like you're going to be someone that's going to eventually spam them, I'm going to tell you right now, they do not want to follow that person. And for the main reason is that I think as a whole, people that just try to get social media, building a business going quick, they think that's the quick and easy way to do it because they've watched other people who are doing it incorrectly. So they're like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. And truthfully, if you want to kind of look at everything that's made you potentially feel yucky as someone before you were in our industry on social media, you can use that as what not to do as well, because that's really what I wanted to do when I wanted to learn how to do it. So you are going to have your cover photo is going to be something nice. It could be a quote. It could be something inspiring. You're going to have your picture. It's going to be you. You want to make sure that your account is set to public. So this is always where I get people staring at me like, no. Listen, here's the deal, okay? If you want to raise your hand and use social media for a business, a really great aspect to Facebook and Instagram is the fact that people, like I said in the beginning, are nosy and they kind of want to see what other people have going on in their life. And if your account is private, they cannot see that. If someone's searching for you, they can probably find you to a certain degree, but they can't exercise that nosiness that they want to do. They can't scroll on you. They can't see what you're doing. Because what happens is when they scroll on you and they see what you're doing and they see that you're a happy person, they see that you're excited about something, and they see that you're talking about energy and they don't have energy. Like if they can't see any of that, guess what? Like right there, you pretty much cut off your own legs. Where if you keep your account public, but you want to share, you want to keep some things private, that's fine. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to go through how, but you can go on YouTube or you can go on Google and Google search privacy settings for Facebook to set your albums, specific albums to private, or specific albums to only go to your friends or the people that you've marked as your family. This is all figure outable. I won't teach that to you now, but that's a super Google search. Okay. I have albums for the love of God, none of you can see. Thank the Lord. Okay. But it's for a reason, because I want everyone to see everything else. My family and my close friends, close family can see those things. So you want to set your public Facebook and Instagram to public. The reason being because you've raised your hand today and you said that you want to learn how to build a business on social media. So it's not really up for debate. It's just part of how to have a successful social media account for business. So here's the thing is we have Facebook, we have Instagram, there's Facebook business page. Okay. There's so many different platforms for you to really get going. I know a lot of you are already very comfortable with what you're doing, and that's fantastic. So if you are someone who's brand new and you're just like, I don't know where to start, I will tell you, start wherever you're most comfortable. I personally will say that over my years of doing this now, I have if you understand why Facebook was created for building connections and just hanging out with people and getting to reconnect with people that you've known. Facebook at no point, literally at no point was Facebook created so we can start selling things on their platform. Okay, that's crystal clear. So that's another reason why having pictures of products is going to be more harm to you than good, not just because it can cut off people wanting to follow you, but it can literally get your account terminated. And with that, this isn't a scare and this isn't anything that I want you to start freaking out over, but 2019, they were pretty specific. Facebook went through a whole lot of hiring more people, hiring more departments to start controlling the fact that we have so many people that are trying to sell people to their friends on Facebook, because it's a direct no in policy and procedure. So with that, this will kind of give you, I'm going to give you really quick how we're going to move into making that easier for you. But again, if you didn't take it serious, where I was saying like, don't put product all over, don't put flyers all over, the actual reason now is because if you want to keep all your Facebook pictures and you want to keep all the stuff over the years that you've collected and you don't want your account to disappear, like for sure, you might want to start being very more conscious about what you're putting up. Cool thing is Instagram's kind of different. It's kind of this like big old pile of people that you can access. No one's really caring if you're selling things on it. You can have a business Instagram without dumping a bunch of money into it, and that was the only way people can see it. Where on Facebook business, again, if you are someone that has an established Facebook business page, it's cool, you can use it, but the Facebook business platform is kind of going to require you to put a little bit more money into it than you're probably expecting for people to start to see your posts. Great question, Tina. In the bio, I personally would put a quote. I'd put something fun about you. I wouldn't say, I'm your keto girl. Again, I'm just telling you flat out, for the reason being, because outside of Pruvit land, people don't care about that. Like, that doesn't excite them. They're like, I can't wait to talk to this person about what I could buy from them. They would really prefer to just get like a vibe of who you are. So like, I think I have a quote maybe right now, but I definitely don't have my link to anything. You're never going to post your links to things. But what you are going to be posting about, we're going to go into the tool tomorrow of exactly what we're going to post about. But what you want to make sure that you're posting about are things that are relatable to your life. And you're going to use the tool that I'm going to give you tomorrow. But that's going to include your hobbies. That's going to include your family. That's going to include real life situations that you find yourself in. That's going to include questions that you want to get feedback from other people, because Lord, no, people love giving their feedback on Facebook. So just be careful what you ask for their feedback on. But you want people to kind of get a sense of who you are when they start scrolling. And so with that, like, I mean, if you're someone that avoids doing the laundry, you bet your butt, you better post your picture of unfolded laundry and be like, yo, where's my squad at? People that don't fold laundry. Like, I'm telling you right now, all that funny little stuff about you, if you start sharing that versus like product, people will actually start to get a feel for who you are. And it's going to be on the tool that we're going to use tomorrow that's going to really tie that up. But with that, because Facebook is for connection and it's for getting to know people and building stronger connections, this will tie back a little bit more, I think, to when we're trying to think of what our outcome is. Whenever you're going to post something, think about what your outcome is. Because if you are posting, now I'm giving you the coaching here. Okay. do I have permission to just give it to you right now? Nothing bad, but I just want to be truthful and honest in something that's going to help. Okay. If your outcome, and by the way, everything I'm doing right now, everything I'm sharing, I've done somewhat recently. Okay. And it's only within things, because I stay a student in learning social media. It's only now that I'm learning things, ways to button it up. If you're posting, if your outcome, or what is your outcome when you're posting 8 before and after pictures from a keto reboot? What's your outcome? Mine was to sell reboots when I did it in November. Okay. And when I did it in October, and when I did it in September. And I'm going to tell you right now, I did not get 47 people that came rushing to me because I posted 8 before and after pictures of the reboot. That's just a fact. So here's the deal. Is if we're going to circle back around again to our outcomes, what are we posting this for? If it doesn't fall into giving value, creating connections, inspiring someone, entertaining, educating someone, if it's just because we want to sell something, and here I've got this tool that I can start showing and selling it to people, I'm going to tell you right now that 1, it does tend to abandon the people that we are friends with, and 2, now we can do this, but we were going to do this differently, and I'm going to show you how tomorrow. We can still do this, but if we're doing it in a manner of sharing just product, or sharing only before and after pictures, sharing only ketone related things, those are things, again, that will kind of flag your personal Facebook, it's just like they have added new people, new departments to Facebook, like, so they can actually start to pinpoint people. So where we didn't know what we didn't know then, we now know it now. So we get to kind of readjust what we're doing here on how we're showing up. So you don't want to copy and paste each other's statuses or posts for two different reasons, because that's going to show, one, that you're not trying to use your own voice and share something from your own heart. And two, again, if we're all copy and pasting the same thing, guess what? It flags something in Facebook now. It didn't do it last year, but it does it now. Okay, so you don't want to be on the radar. We want to stay off Big Brother's radar on Facebook. So that's why we're not going to share flyers. That's why we're not going to just copy and paste things directly from a page, or because you see one person had a bunch of engagement on a post. If you copy and paste the language, it's not going to work the same, because for one, it's not your voice, and two, it starts to flag things in Facebook land, and that's what we're trying to avoid. So let me see here. Okay, we're almost good. Sorry, do I have permission to go a couple minutes over here? We good? Cool, awesome. Tomorrow's gonna be a little bit easier, and this is like the not sexy fun stuff, but it's just like the important foundational stuff. Building and building isn't fun, but it's important. So who utilizes the Facebook Pruvit page as a resource, as a connect piece? Perfect. So I wanna kind of like show this, because it took me a minute to realize this as well. The Pruvit Facebook page is a connect piece. It's not the attract piece. You guys are the attract piece. I'm the attract piece. Like, you're a piece of attraction. But like, your social media is going to be the attract piece. We're going to use their page as connect tools. Okay. So where we get excited because Dr. Andy's going live, or we get excited because there's something going on the page that we want to just share, you can't just go and share that directly to your feed. I mean, you can do it, but you're not utilizing it as a share tool, as a resource, as that supporting tool anymore. You're trying to use something that's as an attract piece that isn't an attract piece. So a really great way to use the Facebook Pruvit page, instead of just when something happens and someone's going live, like if you have your own Facebook groups, that's a different story. You could share them to your Facebook groups, but share them in your messenger to someone that you're talking to, or tag the person that you're talking to on the page. I would not just go and take something that's from a business page and share it directly to my personal Facebook page, because it's not giving it, it's giving value to someone who's asking for it, but unless they're asking for it, it's just kind of spamming people with a product or with something that they didn't ask for. So it's not personal. It doesn't make anyone feel like they're being heard. It just makes people feel like, you know, I'm just kind of here to billboard for you today. And again, that doesn't fall within the Facebook lines of, hey, we're here to connect and build relationships. So the Facebook Pruvit page is something that you'll for sure want to utilize in chats. You're going to want to use it in your groups if you have groups. You want to tag people like crazy in the comments over there. But for sure, make sure that you're not the one that's trying to like billboard it. All right, so over on your Messenger feature is where a lot of the magic happens for everyone in their business, because that's where you get to kind of behind the scenes really build authentic connections. So I do want to let you know that something that's really cool built into Facebook is the ability to know everyone's birthday. So every single day that you can sign on to Facebook, I don't know if someone does this or doesn't do this, but it's a really great, easy DMO tool that you can do. Every day that you sign on to Facebook and you go over to the events tab on your phone, it's going to show you everyone's birthday for that day. From there, make it your DMO that you can reach out to every single person whose birthday it is that day and send them a quick voice message saying happy birthday. You're thinking about them, just want to pop in, say hi, hope that they have a great day. And I encourage you to do that over a messenger, to not do that on your on their feed, because I think that gets lost. Everyone tends to get those. Everyone gets the post on their birthday, but you'll want to get in there and send a voice message to someone, not necessarily generic, like, hey, happy birthday. People like, hey, Annie, sister, just want to shoot you a happy birthday. I was thinking about you. Hope that you have an awesome day. How are you doing? Like, the reason is you can start conversations that way. And that's new people that are going to get to start to put eyes on your social media based off of that actual personal message. Because they're going to be like, oh, what's Katie up to? Let me go check it out. And when they hover, they're not going to see crazy town ketone land. Okay, they're going to see Katie, and they're going to see what's going on in my life. So we've got your Facebook Messenger. You can create a ton of new chats by utilizing just that Facebook feature. And then I believe Kendra's going to be doing the advanced playbook for social media, where she'll teach you guys some really cool tricks and tools that you can use Messenger for that as well. But here is something else to consider. So how many people on here absolutely love doing face-to-face connections? You are the belly-to-belly person. You meet people in airports. Good. Okay. Some of you are like, absolutely not. Some people, me, love it. Yes. The great thing about this, about social media for you, is that it's just a validation for you. Like, you can connect with someone face to face. You guys can meet in a Starbucks. You can talk about ketones. You could talk about whatever it is, and then be like, oh yeah, no, like, I'd love to talk to you more. Like, you can exchange numbers, but then you friend request them. If you have a social media that's giving you a perfect storefront of who you really are, and then you send a friend request to that person, it gives them a deeper level of connection with you anyway, versus just face to face. How many people have made a new friend in real life, and then you go, like, this has happened to me before. Like, I literally have met someone at Target, and then I got in my car after I sent her a friend request, and like, she accepted it. And then I spent 10 minutes and just went through this poor stranger's entire life. Like, the thing is, like, everyone's doing it. So if you consider that if you're making a new connection, you're fantastic face to face, that's awesome. This is just an added layer of connection, and it would kind of microwave a process as well for someone feeling as though they're getting to know you. Instead of having to always sit down and have all the coffee dates and have all the keto life parties, they're all fantastic, and you should continue doing that. But this is that smooth, easy connection piece. So here's the deal. Like, tomorrow we're going to get into the fun stuff, like the real deal, actual fun stuff. You're going to feel like a complete wizard and ninja after tomorrow. But today, I want to encourage everyone. I know I'm going to kick it back to Sylvia here in a minute. I want to encourage everyone to take a look at your social media right now, because I know that a lot of you are probably feeling like, okay, but when the hell do I talk about ketones? When do I post about ketones? You just told me don't do it. No. Be patient, grasshoppers, because tomorrow we're going to talk all about it, okay? But I want you to take a look at what you have existing right now on your Facebook or your Instagram. I didn't see anyone rate that they literally have no social media, so everyone on here, I'm assuming, does. And if you're catching the recording, if you have zero social media, perfect. Guess what? You're starting off foundationally at the best placement possible, because you don't have any bad, or you don't have any habits that we're trying to break here, okay? You're gonna start fresh. But look throughout your own social media and just kind of take your own inventory. Like, what was my outcome with this post? What was my outcome with this post? What was my outcome with this post? Like, if your outcome wasn't to serve, to give value, to educate, to entertain, to inspire, why did you post it? Now, this isn't something I'm saying go and delete everything on there. It's cool. We're just starting fresh. I will tell you though, if you do have a cover photo with products on it, if you do have a profile picture with products, or your entire Facebook is just very, very clearly ketone, it's definitely going to be a good starting point for us to kind of move forward in a better direction, which we're going to get into all the tools of that tomorrow. But your call to action, at least for this, is going to be that self-audit. Okay, take some time today, and then we'll circle back around to that tomorrow. And I really, really appreciate all of your engagement and all of your attention. I know a lot of this is kind of like do's and don'ts or something I don't love, but it's like anything else. You kind of don't know which direction you're going in if no one's guiding you where to start. So that today was the guidance part. So thank you. That's what I got for today.
Awesome job, Katie. You guys all find a lot of value in that. I mean, obviously, even if you're really good at social media, sometimes we're not the greatest at explaining that to the people on our team, right? And so I think that it's absolutely incredible, because social media is something that we can all learn, all of us. So the newest of the newest person can have a successful business in this industry if they're willing to put in the time and effort to actually learn these foundational basics. So I think Katie already kind of gave you guys your call to action. You know, maybe go get a good profile picture, get in some good lighting. You know, a little tip there is to take it with your phone like facing away from the window. So get natural lighting going, take a really good photo of yourself, put it on self timer if you need to, smile, show some teeth. Go talk to some people about Holy Grail, not spamming them. And we'll see you guys back here tomorrow for some really good stew. We're going to get into the meat. So I'm super excited. You guys all have a fabulous day, and we'll see you tomorrow.